are you alone out here? What are you doing so deep in the jungle?
Hey guys, welcome back to Critic and Fan, and we are here right now. I missed seeing Jungle Book last night on opening night. He saw it last night, but I saw it this morning, and now we met up to talk about this film. And wow, I am very pleased to say that this movie is awesome. This movie is so good.
It is awesome.
It is good, and this movie is directed by Jon Favreau. And if you guys don't know who he is, he dated Monica and Friends for like a little bit. He was the UFC fighter guy. He was.
They might know him from Iron Man.
Yeah, he was Iron Man's.
He played Happy.
He played in Iron Man. He got beat up by Scarlett Johansson in the boxing ring in Iron Man 2. So if you don't know who he is, this guy is a pretty good director, and he brought this movie. This movie is a remake, obviously, of the first one from like an old, from back in the day. And this one was a great remake. This was one of those rare remakes that actually improved on the first one.
It really did.
Yeah, and what was it? Everyone, the voice casting I thought was great. You have, let me see, you have Idris Elba as Shere Khan. You have
dude, he was amazing.
Sir Ben Kingsley as Bagheera the Panther. You have Bill Murray as Baloo, who I thought was a really great choice. You have, one of my gripes is Scarlett Johansson as the Snake.
What?
I don't like her as the Snake.
Dude,
I'm sorry.
She was like the right amount of seductiveness in it.
I guess, but I don't know. I'm just so used to the original Snake from the first one.
Oh, who cares? I don't remember the first
one. But I don't know. For some reason, for me, her voice didn't match the Snake. But that's just my only gripe, really, for this movie. The kid that actually played Mowgli, I think he's a no-name, right? This is his first movie, his debut, right?
He's human, man. He has a name. Come on. Don't be that guy.
We'll just call Mowgli first in this review. And, what was it? He was really good. I mean, as child actors go, he had some parts where I was like, yeah, man, this kid's bringing acting chops to this role. And you have him, you have Christopher Walken as King Louie.
Dude, he was the best one of all of them.
Yes, he was really good. And I hope I'm not missing anybody. But the cast, for the most part, everyone's solid in this movie. The CGI is very phenomenal.
It's great.
I mean, it's a lot better than Allegiant for sure. Some of the parts, the CGI. And I think, do you know if the entire movie was shot in CGI? I know a lot of it was.
I don't know. I never actually looked it up.
Because I know from the behind-the-scenes footage that I've seen, you see him, the Mowgli, in front of green screen. I think it's pretty much almost the entire thing was in green screen he was acting in front of.
That might be safer because you don't want some kid walking in the jungle without any shoes on and stuff.
Yeah, and once again, just kudos to this kid, Mowgli, for acting, because when you realize that he's acting on green screen, he has emotions that, once again, he's looking at nothing, really. And so for him to pull certain scenes off, I thought was a pretty good job of him.
Yeah, he pretty much had to carry the movie like all on his own. He had the backup, but he's the only human actor in the whole movie.
Yeah, so besides acting-wise, you have, let me see, there is a great nostalgia moment where Mowgli and Baloo are singing the Bare Necessities.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
That was fun.
Yeah, but what was really cool about that was it was kind of like banter back and forth a little bit. He was just kind of like hinting, hey, just Bare Necessities.
Yeah, they're just having fun with it.
Yeah.
It wasn't a straight up musical, they're just having fun.
Yeah, and then eventually they do end up singing the full song, and you're kind of like, yeah, back in, from the old movie, that great nostalgia right there. And then one thing I have a problem with, which I know you don't have, is I didn't like the monkey song with the King Louie.
What, dude? You're annoying.
No, okay, the reason why I don't like it is because with the Bare Necessities song, it was very subtle. It was just them kind of like, yeah, Bare Necessities, all right, and then they just kind of started like singing a little bit. And that part was cool. With the monkey sing, it was just flat out, we're going to sing a song, I want to be like you. Ooh.
No, dude.
That part, it wasn't as subtle.
No, it was very subtle. He's talking to Mowgli, right?
Yeah.
And then in the background, you hear the music barely, starting to come in. And it didn't happen right away. It was a process during his whole speech. And it started building up and building up and building up. And you're like, okay, is it going to happen? Is it going to happen?
Yeah.
And then it finally happens. You're like, it was awesome.
Yeah, the song itself is cool. I'm just saying that when you compare it to the Bare Necessities part, when they did that song, it was more subtle, more just it flowed well. This one was just kind of like High School Musical. It was like, boom, all right, let's just sing a musical.
No,
that's my only gripe, really. That
wrong.
and Scarlett Johansson, I don't think was a good voice for the Snake.
You're just weird.
Those are just my only two things. But one thing we got to address for sure was Shere Khan as the villain. It's funny because we make fun of Marvel for not having great villains in their movies, and the Jungle Book comes along, and I feel for Shere Khan's character more than any other Marvel villain besides Loki. And what was really cool about Shere Khan was Idris Elba, once again, great voice for him, but he was different than the cartoon one, and he does some things that made me cringe actually, because we just got to see a different side of Shere Khan that we didn't get to see in the cartoon,
Yeah.
and he was very menacing. You really understand why he does not like Mowgli at all and why he wants to kill him, and every scene that he's in, he just has a very demanding presence, and you're legitimately afraid of this guy, and you really can understand that this guy means business, and you're really rooting for Mowgli to really escape this guy. And he was just a villain that, I don't know. I mean, he might scare some kids, like really young kids, because he does have some pretty scary scenes. But for the most part, I thought he was very solid. Probably one of the greatest characters I've seen so far this year.
Yeah, one of the best villains.
Yeah, I liked everyone in this movie. Really, Bill Murray's character, he was so funny. He had the acting, like his lines that he had. You totally could tell that the Bill Murray chops were there with the comedy beats, and I was chuckling a lot with Baloo's character, and everything about this movie just flowed very well. I mean,
Yeah, it was a fun movie too.
it was very fun. We would definitely recommend you guys see it. Anything
Yeah,
else you guys
see it
want?
in theater.
Yes, it is a theater experience for sure, guys, and
It looks stunning.
it is very stunning. Yeah, what I was impressed with was the CGI and how it mixed with the live action. It didn't take you out of the experience at all.
Yeah.
Everything meshed very well together with that. And yeah, once again, good job, Jon Favreau, for directing this movie. You did a great job. The casting, everyone did great. And once again, guys, see this movie in theaters. Don't wait to rent or to watch on
Yeah, take your
Blu-ray.
kids, take your
Take
family.
your kids. Yeah, it's a great time
It's
for
good for
everybody.
adults too.
It is very good for adults. And yeah, so once again, guys, see it in theaters. This is Critic and Fan. Like us on Facebook.
Subscribe.
Subscribe to us on this YouTube channel if you guys like what you see. And also
Our
follow us on
Twitter
Twitter.
page. Yeah.
Twitter as well. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching. And once we hit 100 subscribers, we're going to be doing giveaways. And so look for that soon once we reach 100 subscribers. So yeah. Anything else?
That's pretty much it. Great movie.
All right, guys. See it.